Where do you think Steven Stamkos plays to start next season?
Tampa. His stuff is there. I think I do think it's interesting that, when they go and make the Ryan McDonagh trade, that they, automatically talk about the amount of money that they have to offer Stamkos and, proudly say we can afford him. But then it's like, all right, but like, what about the parenthetical there of like, will that be okay for him?
Yeah.
It's cool for you to say like you've got the money for him, but like it's another thing for him to want to take that money.
Wouldn't it
I think.
Go ahead.
I think he's gonna. I think it's best for both parties that he stays. I think he wants to stay, and I do think he ends up there. But I don't think he wants to break the bank. But I think he just wants to feel respected and wanted, right? Like not like the afterthought of like this is enough money we have left to pay you. I guess in this aspect, but I find it hard to believe that they would get McDonagh without knowing they're going to keep Stamkos or like that.
I mean, that seems like a real kind of like a veteran add to a team that we understand is going to be having its core come back type move, like familiarity and all that.
Me just embracing chaos. I want it to be that it looks like Nashville is being really nice and giving them McDonagh, do right by him, when really they're just clearing space so that they can bring Stamkos there.
Oh, I think they'd definitely be in the market for him. I think Boston would make a lot of sense for him. With their donut right now in their lineup, and I think Utah would make a lot of sense too, in the sense that they're gonna really push to make a huge splash, I think, in their first off season, and putting his face and name on a marquee outside the arena would probably go a long way in generating excitement.
How about Detroit and CVY?
I mean, makes sense too, in the sense of like short-term veteran fix to a problem that they clearly have, which is a top two center. And I always get squirrely about besmirching the good name of Dylan Larkin by saying he's not a number one center, but he's kind of on that borderline, and so bringing someone in that can bolster that position would be pretty smart. I don't know what his relationship is with Yzerman necessarily. I assume it's better than Brisebois, but who knows?
I mean,
you would know better than me, Joe.
Yzerman scared away his best buddy.
I mean, I think he obviously grew up as one of his idols is Yzerman, and I think he a ton of respect for what he did in the organization. So I think there's a good relationship there with him and Yzerman. So not that that'd be the number one thing why he would go there, but I just think of places that have needs for that, a guy who could support Larkin and be a guy that can kind of be a finisher for them. But again, I think he ends up in Tampa. That's what I think, but we'll find out when silly season begins.
Yeah, I think so too.